Project Motherhood here. If you are new, I would love it if you would subscribe. If you are a repeat visitor, thank you for all the support. So I've been really working on trying to bring some of my most popular / most questioned about blog posts to life through some real mom talk. So this is a community, we're all in this together, and I wanted to share a little bit about how I prepared my body for labor with Blake. So I had two really completely different labor and delivery experiences with both kids. As you know, you do, every child is just completely different. But I'm gonna share their stories separately in a completely different video, so you're gonna have to check that out. It's all under the Real Mom Talk tab here. So, but with Blake, I really wanted to do a med-free delivery, and I did. I succeeded with that. Though I was screaming for the epidural as soon as I got to the hospital, but I mean, I was ready to push as soon as I got there, but you know, sometimes it's just what happens. But I really worked hard to try to prepare my body for what was to come, because I don't know, I feel like there's just something that happens in a woman's head where you completely forget what labor is like. It's the only way we would ever have more children, so we're crazy enough to do it all again. And so I really worked hard my whole pregnancy with her to be as healthy as I could be, because I wanted to reach this huge goal, because I became obsessed with the business of being born. I was like, no, I need to have a different experience, which is something I think we all can relate to. But so I became, hard set on having this med-free delivery, and so I knew that I needed to prepare my body for it in advance. So I did share a blog post, but I'm gonna elaborate a little bit on the 5 tips, because it's just, it just needed a little bit more explaining. I had some people asking questions, even back whenever I was pregnant with Blake. What are you doing? What are you doing to prepare your body? Because everybody knew who would stand next to me. I would talk to them. I became obsessed with this whole having a med-free delivery. So the first thing is always going to be fitness. You knew I was gonna say it, because it's just the one and only thing. Being healthy physically is going to help you get through labor, no matter what type of labor experience you have. So you guys gotta get up, work out every day. Not every day, but I ran pretty long into my pregnancy with Blake. I think, maybe 32 weeks. I was kind of like, nope, this isn't happening anymore. And then I kind of switched to yoga and things like that. It doesn't really matter what you're doing as long as you're getting your body moving. Stay fit and active. That's, my biggest advice. And, everyday things, you can really turn them into a fitness activity. Like, for instance, whenever I was pregnant with Blake, we lived on the 5th floor in our apartment building, and I always took the steps instead of taking the elevator. Even in that summer heat, being pregnant, I would walk up the steps and walk down the steps and walk up the steps, and sometimes I had groceries in my hands, and up and down, and that kind of stuff. It really adds up. So number 1 will always be fitness when you want to prepare your body for labor. Number 2, this is always going to follow fitness. It's going to be proper nutrition. Now, this is an everyday thing. You need to be, not feeding into every single pregnancy craving, but especially leading up to around your due date, because if your body, I mean, at the end of the day, what we eat is fueling us and giving us energy. And we all know that they don't call it labor for nothing. So you need to be making sure that you really, really are focusing on the foods that you're consuming, especially around the due date, because you never know when you're going to go into labor. And whenever it happens, and unless you have a planned, C-section or you're being induced, you don't know when it's happening. And you got to make sure that your body's ready for it. You can't be going on nothing. So I say that proper nutrition is definitely the second thing that you have to keep in mind when you are trying to prepare yourself for labor. Number 3, I say, is meditation, but more like repeating mantras over and over and over in your head, like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I would do it like as I was falling asleep at night. I would kind of like go through my head and give myself those little pep talks. And, once it becomes a habit, it honestly will stick. And when you are doing, whatever it is in your daily life that you just need that extra push, no pun intended, it'll help you. It will help you get from point A to point B. It seriously will. I didn't believe in this kind of stuff for a long time, and then I finally started practicing it. Actually, my husband, Chris, he was the first one who ever said to me, like, you need to start building yourself up, because I struggled with like really bad self-esteem for a long time, and I, needed that little extra oomph to kind of like build myself up, and it really helps you get over the different hurdles that you have in your life. So that's number 3, is your meditation. All right. Number 4 is practicing the art of relaxation. I can't say this enough, but you're gonna have to relax a little bit during that experience. If you're all fired up and you're not in control, or you're not able to do what you need to do, it's gonna prevent you from doing what you need to do to get through it. It's gonna make it maybe more painful, or more, because you're just all over the place. You're gonna have to relax and just let some things happen. There's hypnobirthing, which is like a thing. I want to say there's like a crazy hypnobirth. No, it's not hypnobirth. It's the, when people have like orgasms whenever they're having a baby. I think we like watched some crazy video. Anyways, I digress. Hypnobirthing is really relaxing your body and mind and letting it do what it needs to do. And I'm not saying that you need to practice hypnobirthing, because I know it sounds kind of a little crazy, but I just want you to kind of be able to get into a place where you know what's going to relax you, but you also have to know what's going to kind of rile you up. What are the annoying things that bother you? I know, like, I didn't really like to be touched when I'm in pain, even if I have like an awful stomach ache, which is nothing comparable to contractions, but I don't like to be touched. But I like to be able to get up and walk around when I'm in labor. And the 5th thing was to practice some positions that is going to make you feel better during labor, because this is going to help you kind of really connect with your body, become one with the whole experience, and then it kind of gives you that tool that you need to go through labor and deliver your new baby. I found that for me, again, I said I don't like to be touched, but I found that I do like to walk around. So I did a whole lot of that, walking and pacing and holding on to things, bending over, whatever it is, sitting on one of those they're ab balls or whatever they are. But whatever it is, it's important that you kind of figure out what works for you. so that you're able to, boom, you know, your water breaks, you start having contractions, you're going into labor, you're able to feel in control. You know what works for you, and that is that. So those, my friends, are my 5 tips for preparing your body for labor. I think it's really important to just have these tools because it is a crazy experience. No 2 labors are the same, even for the same woman, time after time, and it just helps you feel a little bit more in control of the situation. So I hope that that helps all you pregos out there. I do want to add before I sign off that I have a very specific pregnancy-only newsletter that you can subscribe for on the blog. Just give a little check that next to this on the subscribe page that you want the pregnancy newsletter. It will take you through a series of emails that are completely dedicated to pregnant women, all of my tips and advice, and you also get a completely free, really, really gorgeous birth plan printable. So you can print it out and you can write exactly what you want your birth plan to be in there, and it's honestly pretty enough to frame. So it's a really great keepsake for you during your pregnancy. So I hope that you sign up and subscribe, share. I hope that you enjoyed these tips and they help you all. Bye guys.